Hi, this is Linda and Aaron with Traveling Flamingo. It's so great to have you awesome people back, and welcome to any first timers. Carnival is one of the most popular cruise lines in the world, but it's also controversial. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things we loved and hated about Carnival cruises. So, is it all bad? And what can you expect? All that and more coming right up. These are our opinions and experiences, so yours may be different, and we'd love to hear that in the comments below. Do you agree or disagree with our list? The first thing that we loved about Carnival cruises was the food, specifically how much food was included. When we sailed on the Carnival Mardi Gras, we wanted to try as many restaurants as possible. This did result in us having 2 lunches on some days, but it was okay. During our eating adventure, I was surprised by the amount of dining options that were included and how good they were. Some of our favorites were the smaller counter service restaurants that made the food to order, like Shaq's Chicken, Guy Burger Joint, The Sandwich Place, and Jabang. They were so good. The next thing we loved was the app. I might be a bigger nerd than I realize if I'm saying I love the app, but it really did help make a great experience. Most cruise lines have an app that you download before you sail, and you can use it to get information about events, restaurant hours, and more. Well, Carnival Cruises has upped their app game, especially around meals. Using the app, you can check in for your meal anywhere on the ship, your balcony, the pool, the casino, no problem. Then you'll get a message when your table's ready, and you have 10 minutes to get to the dining room for your table. This was a great way to avoid crowding in areas around the dining rooms, big lines. You're able to still have fun or relax while you wait for your table. That was a huge win. The third thing we loved about Carnival Cruises was the pool deck parties. Now I know Carnival has a reputation of party all the time, but we didn't find that. If you wanted to party, you could join in, but if you didn't want to, there was a lot of other fun activities happening on the ship. But that being said, the 80s deck party was epic. Guests actually brought costumes to wear, and the staff looked amazing. It was less rowdy and more of a sing-along. It was really a blast from the past. I don't think my sister had a voice at the end of the night. People and families of all ages were having a great time. So if after all the excitement of the day, you can stay up late enough for the party, we definitely recommend checking it out. My sister loved that they were handing out glow sticks, and even as adults, we love glow sticks. Along the lines of not always being a party and finding some calm, we loved the Havana. This was my sister's first cruise, and we wanted it to be special, so we wanted a balcony. Because we were booking last minute, the only balconies left was a Havana stateroom. I didn't love the idea of having a pathway at the end of the balcony and it not being right over the water. I also wondered about how private it was, but we were really impressed. The size of the balcony and having a full lounger was my sister's favorite. Because the Havana guests are the only ones who have access to the pathway, we didn't really have as many people walking by us while we were outside. The private outside bar area was great. We enjoyed the shade, the water, and a quiet place to relax. If you want to know more about the Havana, Carnival Cruises, port tours, or cruise tips in general, be sure to check out our channel and subscribe when this video is done, as we have lots of tips to help make your trip fabulous. The 5th thing that we loved about Carnival Cruises was all the activities that were included. On the Carnival Mardi Gras, there were tons available to do that was included. We spent a good amount of time at the Ultimate Playground, challenging each other to mini-butt and foosball. We participated in Harry Potter trivia, which people took very seriously, and we watched the Family Feud live. The only activity we paid extra for was the Balt Ultimate Sea Coaster. We really enjoyed not feeling like we were being nickeled and dimed. We even tried the high ropes course, which we were both very scared of as we're not fans of heights, but it made for a scary fun experience to do at sea. So those were the 5 things that we loved about Carnival Cruises. Now let's have a look at the things that we hated. So we loved the food option and quick service, but we did not love how slow the service was in the main dining room and how crowded the buffet was at breakfast. For the main dining room, it's nice to sit down to a meal and catch up with your travel group about the day, but it was very slow. We have activities and shows we want to go to. On the first day at sea, we went to the Sea Day brunch in the main dining room. The Carnival Cruise app worked great so we could relax on our balcony while we waited for our table. But then when we got there, our meal took an hour and a half for brunch. It felt slow. It's also a big dining room with lots of guests, and maybe they don't have enough staff allocated to the dining room. On the same note of being busy, the buffet was very busy in the morning. We went for breakfast one time and we couldn't even find a table for two. So we went to the Pig and Anchor and actually never went back to the main buffet for breakfast. So that was the first thing that we didn't love. The second thing also has to do with crowds and the busy pool and pool chair saving. The live music and games in the main pool were a lot of fun, but the pool was crowded with people crammed in, and good luck getting a seat. This is not only an issue on Carnival Cruises, we have seen this on every cruise line we've been on. Actually, the best hotel or trip we had, which was challenging this practice of saving chairs, was in the Fairmont, Hawaii. If they noticed people hadn't been at their chair for a while, they would fold the towels a specific way, and if the towel was still like that 30 minutes later, they would take all your stuff for you, take it over to the pool cabana, and you could pick it up from there. This really did prevent people from getting up early, saving chairs, going to breakfast or shows. So what do you think about this chair saving situation? The third thing that we hated is something that might not bother most people, but I have allergies and smoke really affects me. Well, how the casino is set up is the smoking section is right near the theater entrance. There's no door at the end of the casino, and if the doors to the theater are open, the smoke can travel right on in. Again, this is something that might not bother many people, but if you have an allergy to smoke, if you're going to the theater on the Carnival Mardi Gras, sit on the port or the left side, as the smoking area is in the starboard or the right side of the casino. The fourth thing that we did not like was how busy the elevators were. We met a lot of people who mentioned their frustrations about how long it would take, and then when the elevator would come, it was often full and you were left waiting. During peak elevator times, we often just took the stairs to avoid the busy elevators, but we understand that's not an option for everyone, and we just wanted to give you a heads up. So the last thing that we didn't love about Carnival Cruises, again, is back to the crowds. These are massive cruise ships, but trying to get seats in the theaters to see the shows was really hard. As we said, we went to the Family Feud Live and we showed up 30 minutes early. There was already a big line and getting everybody in, and we were able to get a seat, which was great, but there were a lot of people. It became standing room only. It was very packed, and there were many shows we weren't able to get into just because of timing. If you weren't able to be there super early, you weren't able to get a seat. And I love seeing these shows, so I don't know, maybe they can have it more shows throughout the evening so people can get to them. A last bonus thing that actually we loved was the staff. They were so fabulous. We met some amazing people and really enjoyed getting to know them, and they took the time to get to know us, and it really made a very special trip for my sister, especially for her first sailing. So shout out to all you Carnival Cruise staff. You guys are amazing. So that was a list of the 5 things we loved and hated about Carnival Cruises. Each cruise line has their own flair, and Carnival Cruises offers a lot of fun at an affordable price. What do you think of Carnival Cruises? Do you have a favorite cruise line? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you want some more of our content, we have another channel called Flamingos in Wonderland, where we talk about all things Disney and theme parks. Remember, memories are forever, so make them fabulous. Thanks again for watching, and happy travels.